The sky churns with heavy clouds thick with the weight of an impending storm as the spear of the forgotten matriarch lies in the dust its shaft, withered its blade still gleaming with the promise of blood and fate. The wind howls through the valley carrying whispers of the past of the warriors who once held this sacred weapon of the battles, won and lost of the oaths made and never broken, and there he stands a nameless wanderer, a soul without a tether, staring down at the relic that should have been lost to time. His breath is shallow, his hands hesitate, yet he feels the pull deep in his bones, a call he cannot deny. He steps forward, the dust rising around his feet as he bends and wraps his fingers around the spear. The moment his skin meets the ancient wood, a force beyond mortal understanding seizes him. Fire rushes through his veins, his vision darkens, his knees give way, and he collapses to the ground as a voice not his own echoes within his skull. Who dare claim what is not yours now belong to me? The voice is neither cruel nor kind, it is a voice of stone, of rivers, carving through rock, of 1,000 lifetimes lived and remembered. His vision clears, and before him she stands tall, adorned in armor woven from the bones of the fallen, eyes burning like twin suns. Her presence is heavy, as though the weight of ages presses against his soul. He cannot look away, nor can he rise, for he knows without knowing that he has taken something sacred, something that cannot be held without consequence. Her gaze pins him where he kneels, and her lips part as she speaks in a tone that reverberates through the marrow of his being. You have taken what was mine, and now you are bound by the law of our ancestors. Until the breath leaves your body, you will serve until your blood stains the earth, and your name is forgotten. You will fight, you will bleed, you will die, and none will remember the man you once were. His mind screams against the command, his heart pounds in protest, yet the grip of the unseen binds him tighter than chains forged in the core of the earth. His hands refuse to release the spear, his soul refuses to resist, for in some deep and hidden part of him, he knows he has been searching for this purpose, for this duty that is greater than himself. And so he bows his head as the storm breaks above them, as lightning carves jagged wounds into the sky and thunder bellows its approval. He bows and speaks the only words that matter, the only words left to say, my life is yours. She steps forward, her armored hand reaching out, grasping the spear with him. Her touch is fire and ice, a sealing of fate, a binding of souls. She nods, and the wind howls louder, carrying their unspoken pact to the unseen gods. And so he rises, his past forgotten, his future sealed, a blade in her hand, a shadow at her back, a life owed in blood. The days turn to months, the months to years. He fights, he bleeds, he follows where she leads. Their battles carve legends into the bones of the world, but legends are fleeting, and the whispers of the gods are ever fickle. And so the time comes when the spear must fall once more. He stands at her side, his body bearing the wounds of 100 wars, his spirit weary yet unbroken, as they face the final battle against the ones who would see their oath shattered and their legacy erased. The earth trembles beneath the weight of clashing steel, the air thick with the scent of death and fire. She fights with the fury of the forgotten gods, and he follows, as he always has, as he always will, until the end. A blade finds him at last, sliding between his ribs, a cold final promise. He does not falter, he does not fall, not until the battle is won, not until the enemy is dust. He sinks to his knees, the spear still in his grasp, his breath shallow, his vision dimming. She kneels beside him, her hand upon his shoulder, her eyes no longer burning, but solemn with the weight of what must come. The bond is broken, the debt is paid, yet she does not leave him alone in the end. The spear falls from his grip, landing in the blood-stained earth, waiting for the next soul to claim it, waiting for the next life to be bound in blood.